What up, what up, what up? What's happening? Que lo que miente? Welcome to Love, Purpose, and Passports. Hope all is well and all are passport ready, or passport getting ready. For those of you that don't know, I am Mr. Pro for you, living in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Let's get right to it. I noticed when I stopped talking about long distance relationships, no one picked up the torch. And a few of you have reached out to me with questions and convos that require me to get back on deck. So I'm back in my lane and picking up where I left off because, like I always say, you guys will end up in relationships. I'm actually surprised that it's 2025 and as much traveling as we're doing to experience different cultures of women, we still haven't normalized long distance relationships yet. For those of you that don't know, my wife and I were in a long distance relationship for years. Now we're married, living here in Santo Domingo on the other side of the long distance relationship. We've been there and we've done that. If you're traveling regularly to the same country, you are going to end up in a relationship if you haven't already. Now, the kind of relationship you end up in depends on you and the situation. If you're in denial, more than likely you'll end up in a certain type of relationship. If you're in acceptance, you'll end up in another type. Different topic, different video. Now, if you only visit the island maybe once or twice a year, then there's a higher chance to just end up hollering at a few beautiful randoms with no dots connected. But when you're coming multiple times a year, the dots are going to connect. You're going to begin to meet women, which leads to getting to know women, which then leads to having favorites, which then leads to having a favorita, tu chica favorita. You know how easy it is for that to happen, fraternizing with soft, beautiful women? And let me say a few things to avoid confusion. Number one, there's a range of relationships you can end up in between meeting and marrying. Girlfriend and boyfriend is a relationship. Friends with benefits is a relationship. Sneaky link is a relationship. This is my number one right here. I just call it every time I touch down. It's a relationship, and they're all long distance relationships. Number two, I'm not saying you're going to be in a good relationship or a bad relationship. I'm not saying you're going to be in a committed relationship. The purpose of talking about this is for you to be prepared, not in denial. There are dudes who have fallen in love here with not so savory women every week for decades because something went terribly wrong that felt terribly right. They weren't prepared. Dabbling in lifestyles they weren't cut out for, in denial. It was a relationship though, wasn't a good one. Number three, I'm not talking about you getting married. Like I said in number one, there are many types of relationships you can end up in without the M word ever entering the chat. And if you don't live here, guess what? It's a long distance relationship. And I had to revise this because sometimes I pop at the detractors because they make so much noise. But this for you bros out there that want something more. Here's the good thing about not shying away from ending up in a relationship, becoming a better man. How? As men, we're supposed to lead and be leaders of our relationships. You haven't been in the best conditions of culture to cultivate your ability to be a better leader, a better man in your relationship. They've been training you to be a better partner in your relationship. It doesn't matter if you have one here that goes the distance, or if you have a series of relationships in search of the right one. You can become a better man and leader even if she falls short. Because here, you're not entering into a relationship where you're making a choice of emasculation or devastation. Now, you can also become a worse piece of you-know-what here. But that's not the topic, though. But I'm saying, when it comes to relationships here, that 99% of them will start off as LDRs. As a man, there's an upside for you. One upside is becoming a better man and leader in your relationships. And trust me, you need to practice. Love, Purpose, and Passports. Peace.